and entities and slimers in the trap. Very simple, really. Loaded trap here. Open, unlock the system. Insert the trap. Release. Close, lock the system. Set your entry grid. Neutralize your field. And light is green. Trap is clean. Ghost is incarcerated here in our custom-made storage facility.
Welcome to Ghostheads UK podcast, episode 27. Hope you're all being well. I know I am. It's very hot. England are playing, and we're recording. How good is that? And today we've got a very special guest with me. Is Fren? How you doing, Fren?
Hi. You keep getting my name wrong. You keep calling me Fran. Yeah.
Fran. It's Fern. Funny enough, I was editing the logo for this one, and I noticed I had put it down as Fern last time, and I thought, why did I do that? I can't remember. So then I re-edited it for this one to put this one, and I still came on and called you Fern.
I know.
I don't know. So it's Fern, yeah.
As long as it's not rude, you can call me whatever. That's fine.
It's Fern. I wouldn't mind, but because I go onto your Facebook page and I got the image. I got, so why I put that? I don't know. That's my dyslexia. I'll tell you that. But as long as you're here, that's the main thing.
Yeah,
and I'm so glad you're actually got a chance to come on, because you have got something coming up very special at the weekend, and I definitely wanted you to be on this show before the event, so we could talk about it, of course. But I have to apologize why it's been so long since my last one to this one. Is that I got made redundant, and then I got a new job, and the new job has been brilliant, but it's taken over my life, not only in the day but at night as well. And people who tune into my other podcast, Radio Free End, also, I've been trying to get that done as well. It's been chaos. And I'm also doing videos as well for this job that I'm doing as well. If anybody wants to know, it's selling Milwaukee tools. So if you need some Milwaukee tools, get in contact with me. I'm all set. So Fern, what you been up to then? Before we go into what you're doing at the weekend.
I've been kind of like, so obviously I've got my other jobs that I do, you know, my life outside of the Ghostbusters stuff. So I've already started to, I'm a photographer, and I've already started doing like wedding season. It's that time of the year when it gets ultra busy. And I've been doing my other little odd jobs that I just do just to bring in the money. You've got to take it while it's there, you know what I mean? I think I'm mad though, because I've got my fingers in quite a lot of pies. It's mainly within the wedding industry that I work and that I've got my businesses. So I've got the prop hire business as well for event props and weddings and stuff. And then I've got my own little sort of baby where I take jackets, secondhand ones, and I recycle them and revamp them up with print on the back for brides. And I've done it for like work companies, you know, logos, whatever, but it's all about, I'm big on the environment and helping the planet and stuff like that. So that's what I've been doing aside from that. And I did an event a couple of Sundays ago as well with my Ghostbuster friends. So Ross Hutchinson, who's got one of the Ecto ones, we did an event locally, not last Sunday, the Sunday before. And I donned my ghost busting gear, which I haven't done for a little while, and it was just really cool to be out there and handing out flyers and leaflets for the event that we're going to talk about. And lots of people said, "Oh, have you heard about this immersive event that's going on?" They sort of come up to me and said, "Well, I heard about it." I said, "I'm organising it," and they sort of said, "Oh my God, we're so lucky to have met you. We're so honoured." And I'm like, "Okay, right." I sort of felt a bit like a superstar for the day, but. And I just come back to my boring old life. It's just me again, trying to sort everything out for this big day.
So didn't you go off and see the Foo Fighters as well?
Oh yes. So well, I'm 51 now. I know I don't look it. I know you're going to say that, but like I'm getting on a bit now, and I've been seeing the Foo Fighters now for probably about 15 years, and 15 maybe 20 years, and. It was really weird because last week I really wanted some downtime, because what I'd done is I'd handed in all the paperwork for this event and all the hard work. The hardest part was sort of done, and now it's just sort of tweaking the loose ends. But I needed some downtime. So stupid. I don't know if it's stupid or not, but I didn't get much sleep last week because I went to see Limp Bizkit on the Saturday before. At locally at Margate. They're only just down the road, so I thought, well, why not? You know, how often does that happen? A very intimate venue of about 4,000 people. And then 5 days later I went to see the Foo Fighters in London. So, you know, I'm all mosh pitted out now. So
I bet you are. I did watch a bit of the Foo Fighters on like YouTube and stuff, and it looked like a lot of fun. My son works in London, does a lot of lightings for these concerts. I'm not saying if he was there or not, but he might have been. But it seemed like a lot of fun. It seemed like you had a lot of fun, and I would never have put you as 51. I would have put you late 30s, maybe. You know what I mean? Because I'm. That's how old I am. I'm 50. What year are we on? Yeah, 53. I'm 53. Yeah.
Right.
So,
okay.
So I'm only a couple of years on it, but I've gone with the grey hair.
No, I'm starting with it. I'm going to the hairdressers tomorrow to sort it out. You know, I can't be looking so dishevelled on Saturday. So I'm going to look like the library ghost at this point, at this stage, if I keep going. So yeah, no, I'm 51, and I think I've aged a few years since I've been organising this, because it's not easy, but I know it's going to be worth it in the end.
Yeah,
it's going to be great.
Yeah, it is. So I'll tell you what, why don't we start talking about this immersive adventure you're doing? I know that a bit earlier on in the year, you tried to put it on and it sort of fell through, didn't it? Because we had a chat about it. And but I'm glad that you managed to get something organised and up and running. And wow, we're only like a couple of days away from it now. So tell me all about it.
I'd like to say, first of all, that I couldn't have done this without help. I mean, I have been I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I am. I don't like to do things by halves. I think that's a creative person coming out in me, with, you know, because I'm the same with my photography and everything. And I sort of wanted to get it how I envisioned it, you know, and I didn't want to sort of compromise on that. So I've sort of like taken on a lot more by myself because I've seen how I want it, and I'm like, no, I know where I've got to go or what I've got to do to get it like that. But I have had to. There has been a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. I'll save that first off with it. And I have designated roles to people now, a few people, and I have to say I couldn't have done it without friends, family, my husband, like so supportive. You know, all the Ghostbuster franchises, and there are individual Ghostbusters who aren't members of groups or franchises coming down to help me. And there's been local businesses as well. A guy locally up the road from a company called Sam's, which is a health and safety sort of management company. So what they do is they do health and safety for large events. You know, they can do an event for 5,000 people or 50 people or whatever. But obviously those sort of things normally cost money and you know, take time. And very kindly, they've offered their services for free to do all the risk assessments for this event.
That's even better.
I know, because I thought, you know, I'm going to knock on a few doors. What can go wrong? I mean, the worst I can say is no, isn't it? So I just sort of said, I'm doing this event. It's for Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. I'm going to say that as well off the bat. This is why we're doing it all. And I just sort of put it out there, and he was the first person I went to ask for help. A couple of people sort of guided me towards him, and it turns out as well he's a bit of a geek as well, this guy who runs the company, and he likes the Ghostbusters franchise. I'm not going to say he's a massive fan, but he's really just like interested and curious and happy to help. And his words were, well, it's for a great cause, it's for the local community, and you know, it's just brilliant what you're sort of doing. Oh yeah, there you go. That's now I've got to say something about this here actually. Okay. Talking of like thanks to people, so the actual firehouse in the background there is actually the venue. That is actually Radford House. 3 stories to it, just like the firehouse, just like Hook and Ladder 8. So the South Essex Ghostbusters, brilliant bunch, guys, as well, they said, right, ping over, take a picture of the firehouse, go down there on a nice day, ping it over to us, and we'll help you create a poster. So I did it, I sent it to them, and they came up with this idea of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man bursting through the roof, and then the ghosts obviously flying out, you know, like in the first film, and in Frozen Empire, of course. They came up with that idea, and I said, well, we need an Ecto-1 on it somewhere, because obviously we're having an Ecto-1, and, you know, we need this, we need that. And they've done the little, you probably can't see if you're on a phone screen, but like in the window of the firehouse, you can see the little Slimer in the window.
Yes.
Yeah, just above one of the front doors. Yeah, just little things like that they've thought of everything. And you've got Muncher there as well. So they've thought of, and I've said also there's my mate's DeLorean going to be there, because why not? It's the 80s. It's just,
why not? Yeah,
what a crossover, eh? So yeah, my mate's DeLorean's going to be there as well, but my mate who owns DeLorean is going to be dressed as a Ghostbuster, which is strange, but I think it could work. So yeah, they helped design the poster, and then to tweak it a little bit more and make it a bit more sort of, to put the print over it and everything with all the info. I actually, again, called on a local business, which is a local graphic design company called Loaded Studios. I believe their icon's at the bottom of that poster as well, to say, look, could you put all this information, but arrange it in a way that it isn't marring any of the ghosts or the Ecto-1 or anything like that, just sort of place it in a way that's quite clever. And they did the rest for me. So it was South Essex Ghostbusters started it off, and then Loaded Studios just tweaked it a little bit for me. So yeah, I mean, I've had Sam's helping me with the health and safety. I mean, I wouldn't, I've done risk assessments before, but with an event I wouldn't know where to start. and to be submitting that to the council as well. It's all got to be all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known where to start with that. So they've been really helpful. And like I say, South Essex boys helped with that. And then you finished it off. And I think it's a great poster. I mean,
it is.
It catches the eye, doesn't it? You know, it's
It very
just
much
like,
does.
you know, and also the Great Ormond Street icon there, of course, at the front, you know, at the forefront of it at the top.
Yeah.
So
Fantastic organisation.
Exactly, and we're not forgetting while we're all there at the end of the day, obviously, to have fun and be big kids for the day and be actual Ghostbusters for the day, because that's what we're going to be. We're going to be a Ghostbuster. We're not just going to wander around, you know, sort of on our phones out of character. We're all going to have our own characters, and we're all going to be Ghostbusters today. And so we're having fun raising money for a great cause while we're doing it. So I mean, and I've had help from the local leisure team who run under the council, but they're more the leisures and events sort of team. They kindly have helped me out with the event insurance, and I mean, a lot of my money from my business account, so Fern's Photography and the KS that you see at the bottom there is my prop hire company that I run with my husband's family. We've ploughed a lot of the money into it. And, you know, but then again, people have donated things to us. You know, we've had the posters made up, donated to us by, you know, one of my friends got them done. And everything costs money and it all adds up. And if we can save as much as we possibly can, because the eye on the prize is to raise as much money for Great Ormond Street. You know, I wanted to do something that was fairly affordable for me. But at the same time, I don't want to be sort of chucking all my money at it and then, you know, not having enough to at the end of it to donate. You know, everything that we're doing on that day, it's a completely non-profit event. Everything we're doing on that day is pretty much going to the charity. So I've had lots of people helping. The Southend on Sea guys, which everybody knows who they are. You know, they James Ritchie is from there. He's been a bit of an agony aunt when I've rung him up a few times said, I'm ready to jack it all in, mate. I can't do this. I can't do it. It's I've had a bad day with whatever paperwork or someone's dropped out or whatever. You know, these things happen. But when I'm just like, I've had enough, I need to walk away, he's talked me down. And he's also like provided a lot of stuff that we're going to dot around the place, that people have to look forward to. We're actually just going to dress this venue like it's a Ghostbusters HQ. Just silly little things, you know, like paper cuttings and.
Do you know the thing that I like about this building as well is that, especially now with all the press around Frozen Empire and finding out that the firehouse was actually 2 wide instead of the 1, and when you look at your building, of course, it's 2. Just how the firehouse started out as 2. You know what I mean? But I think
like you say at the start of Frozen Empire, I think it is it when the horse and carriage come out? Is that a 2? Is that a 2?
No, it's 1. But us fans found out at that time. I think it was at that time it was actually 2 buildings, because I think I photoshopped like a picture and went fixed it. I think I did.
So I mean, when I originally went to that place because it's local to me, and what they've got upstairs is rooms that they hire out for offices and creative spaces for local artists or whatever, and they do like fashion shows there, they do markets, they do events, they do other charity events and stuff. So it's just a venue basically with some offices above, and some rooms above it, just like you have in the Hook and Ladder. But I was looking to hire out a room as a studio to do my photo shoots. And to be quite honest, she said, oh yeah, the rooms are upstairs. And I said, I'm not going any further up. I just need to look around here at this place because it is just awesome. You know, they've got the green tiles on the walls. They've got the wooden lockers. I've got all the name plaques. to put on the wooden lockers on the day. The R Stance, E Spengler, P Venkman, etc. I've got all them to put on there. So there's not only going to be like major things in there, like the containment unit or Janine's desk or the ectomobile, which in itself is a character, or that is the main prop. It's also about the little details that are going to be dotted around, you know, like one person or a couple of people might spot the names on the lockers, but not everybody would, you know, and some people get it, some people don't. It's like when I have a crunch bar in the top pocket of my flight suit, some people just go, why have you got a crunch bar? And other people are like, oh my god, man, the crunch bar, oh yeah, that's so clever,
you deserve it.
Yeah, you've earned it. So you know, it's just those little things that maybe not everyone will pick up on, but some people might, and go, oh my god, that is so cool, just that little tiny detail that we're now getting down. So the major groundwork is done. We're now getting down to the nitty-gritty of the finer details of how we just want to put all these little things around to make it as much of a headquarters as possible. And the South Essex boys, I had a video call with Charlie from the South Essex yesterday actually, and he was showing me some new toys that they've got that they haven't even used yet, any cons or any events. So it's going to be exclusive to this immersive experience, and I tell you, they are really cool. Really, really cool little things going on there.
Oh, I can't wait.
So,
are you going to be doing some videoing while you're there?
I think, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, of course, you have to be careful with like children there and what you video and what you photograph. We've got an official photographer. It's not me. I can't be doing it on the day. I'm going to be running around as it is. So I've got a lot of photographer friends. So the guy who actually mentored me with my photography, he's coming down taking some pictures.
Yeah.
But you have to, I want to get video footage. And I think once the day is done and we've all got video footage, what I'm going to ask people is they can send it in a messenger or a WhatsApp or a Dropbox or something, and then we can just do a big collaboration video or something, and cut and edit it out. So I mean, we obviously, some people don't mind their kids being filmed, but other people do. So we're gonna gauge what people are going to be like on the day. I mean, obviously we're going to let them know that that's happening, and then check that it's all above board, and then try and put something together, a little video at the end.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
And it'd be great to showcase, the other franchises, the equipment they've got, and this is what they do, so people can see for future events. Oh my god, that group have got this. We need to go to the next event that they're at and go and like see it for ourselves and that sort of thing. So it's all about showcasing the franchises and the groups as well, and what we've got. It's not a competition who's got better. It's just kind of like, oh well, they've got that, but they haven't got that. It's something a bit different, something for everybody. I can tell you that all I can say really is that the South Essex boys are basing a lot of their stuff that they're bringing, a lot of their props, on the Zeddemore Industries lab.
Yes. Yeah.
Which sort of inspires the interest of the Z generation now of Ghostbuster fans. So you've got the old school, like me, you, whatever, who love the originals. There's nothing wrong with it. We've had the conversation about the new ones and everything else. I love them. But we're true to the originals. But now you've got the Z generation who say, oh well, I've seen Afterlife and I've seen Frozen Empire. Yeah, they're good, and they haven't watched the older ones yet. But that sort of element of the laboratory part in it is going to, I think, like I say, something for everybody.
Yeah.
But the building itself is very, let me put it this way, the building is going to be gutted, not completely gutted out, it's a listed building, but it's going to be refurbished and everything come September. So it's going to have that less look to it of this building should be condemned, basically.
Oh man, I was just thinking, when you say about the green tiles and that, is there any history between this and the green tiles and say, because I know the London Underground had similar green tiles, didn't they? I was just wondering, is there some kind of like the same designer, that was this and like the original, the ghost house maybe, because those green tiles seem to me to be very unique, and it just seems to be there as well as there. Do you know what I mean? Is there any kind of link? Have you found out?
I haven't found that out actually. but it seems to be a very sort of during a certain period, this period when there was a lot of green tiles around in these industrial buildings, so whether there's a link with that, I don't know. I mean, I'm now you've got me intrigued, and now I'm going to probably ask the council there on Saturday or something.
And I'll tell you what, if they do decide to rip the tiles off, go down and see if you can collect them. Yeah, I mean, and then raffle them off or something like that, or use them for yourself somewhere. You know what I mean? Make a little. Great to see them go to waste. You know what I mean?
No. I actually said to them, please tell me that you're not pulling out the green tiles. They said we can't because it's part of the features of a listed building.
Oh, that's good then.
So they are quite old. This period of when these green tiles were used a lot that you see around, where sometimes in certain period houses as well, you see them kind of like in hallways and that sort of thing. That must be a historical piece that they've got to preserve somehow, because they said to me, no, we're not pulling them down. But what they are doing is they're pulling out the wooden lockers, which is where the firemen used to hang their things inside, and they're actually allowed to do that. And I just think, I just sort of think, oh God, my heart sinks, when I hear something like that.
Why destroy them when they could probably Facebook marketplace them? Some people have come in and remove them properly because that's history, isn't it? It's history.
I know that if when they take them down, I am going to ask for one of the doors on the wooden lockers, because they are almost exactly the same as the slim wooden, like with the squares inside of them to put the name plaque on. There's a couple of doors actually like the ones in Ghostbusters. So I am going to ask. I don't know where I'm going to put it because I live in a park home, so but I don't know. I'll find somewhere to shove it, and I want to keep it as a prop, maybe for like future events or anything like that. If I'm doing anything,
absolutely,
and put the name plaques on it. But it is a shame. But at the moment, the way it is, it's very. The firehouse is very 1984 feel to it, and on the back burner of all of this event as well. Really, it's an homage to the 40-year anniversary. So that's why I wanted to keep it as the event to a certain degree, very 1984 as well.
I've just been, because you could probably see that I'm looking. I'm actually, you posted a video of this, and I'm just trying to search for it on your Facebook page, because you did like a little video, didn't you? Is that on your page?
I think so, yeah. I think it was like an MTV Cribs tour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is where the magic happens in the drill hall.
And for the life of me, I can't seem to find it. I'm going up and down your video.
I did that the same day that Frozen Empire came out. So what's that, 22nd of March, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
I did that then. And that is also the video I actually sent to Eric Reich at Ghost Corps.
Yeah.
And he just said, that looks brilliant. I would love to send something over for the raffle, and of course he has from Ghost Corps for a raffle that we're having. And he sent over a Spengler wand from HasLab. So
that's awesome.
I know, yeah, it's great, isn't it? All in the box and everything else, and it came over FedExed over quite quickly from him. So yeah, and he thinks the idea is, and I said, well, I'll touch base with you again after the events happen, just to let you know how much we've raised and everything else. So, also I'm going to be doing that maybe as time goes on with everything, but also thanks go to Eric Reich and Ghost Corps for, doing that and recognizing what we're trying to do here. So
that is awesome. If you're getting that niche of the royal stamp of approval, you could say.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that isn't my goal, I just, what, I messaged him and I thought, I know he's a busy man, and a few people in the community said to me, look, he's really busy, as long as you don't keep pestering him, he might get back to you. And I thought, I thought that's a big might. And I just thought, little old me. And I messaged him like in our daytime, because obviously they're 6 or 7 hours, he's in California, so that's like 6 hours behind us. And I messaged him, and I kind of forgot what time of day it was there. And then a few hours went by, and I thought, he didn't even see my message. Then I was about to go to bed at like 1 a.m. or something. And suddenly my phone just went ping. and up came Eric Reich, and it was like, okay, I've seen your video. I think it's really fabulous, brilliant idea. I'd like to help. So I was like, okay. Sort of, that was it. I was awake then. I wasn't going to bed. I was too excited.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'm scrolling down your page, it's taken ages, but because I know you have got a smashing little video. But what I did want to ask you as well is, how did your interview go on Academy FM as well?
Yeah, that went really good. I have to say, first off, unfortunately, Doc Atherton, who was DJ, passed away last night. It was after a very short illness. I probably don't want to say too much, but the poor guy, you know, it's like what's happened. So it happened to my mum. It's too young, and he had a heart attack, and they, you know, they took him to hospital, but it was just no good.
Yeah.
You know, and the guy's
he's
50.
The one that interviewed you.
Yeah, he's the guy that actually interviewed me. So it was Doc, and it was his sidekick Craig, I think, that were there in the studio.
Yeah.
And Craig was the guy who actually put on the proton pack and had a go with it. And Doc Atherton was brilliant. He you could tell that he had a love for 80s things, and he actually genuinely loved the franchise. You know, he was sort of quoting things from it and saying things from the film, like, oh, you do know what you're talking about, you're not just saying it to act like you're interested, you know. And he was really sort of wanting to help with the event and get the word out there. And I must admit, I've reached out to a few radio stations to sort of ask, and local press to ask if, you know, they want to do. I've done an interview with one of the local papers, and I think Radio Kent have also mentioned it a few times. Yeah, Radio Kent have also mentioned it a few times, and I think Radio Caroline, which I didn't think was still going, but apparently it is.
Yeah, I was going to say it. I thought that all packed in.
That's what I thought, but no, my friend is a DJ, and he sort of works in those circles, and he said, yeah, I'll get a shout out for you on Radio Caroline. I said, I thought that boat had sunk ages ago. Wasn't it on a boat or something? I don't know. But anyway, we're mentioned on there on Radio Kent, but they didn't want to get me in for an interview, and Doc was the only person who got me in for an actual interview to talk about it.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, I like talking about things that I'm passionate about. So we kind of bounced off each other, and it's just a terrible shame now, because he said that he was going to get me a recording of the show so I could kind of post it up on the event page.
Yes.
But it hadn't transpired, and literally, like I say, a week after he had the heart attack. So it unfortunately never transpired. But I know quite a few people listened to it and tuned in, and everything, just especially for the local area, for people to sort of understand a bit more about what it's all about.
Yeah. We have, while you've just been talking, we've got a couple of messages that have come up. We've got Gemma looking forward to our trip. So she must be on her way down to you.
Hi, Gemma. And Owen.
And Chris Rocket. Hope you guys are having a brilliant day. And we've got Chris. Eve, if you remember rightly, he was on our last podcast. So yeah. So I've actually watched it when we did that last podcast. He left ours to do his. And as soon as I finished, I went and watched this, and I well enjoyed it. I was like, "Wow, this is great! Where's this been all my life?" So I sit downstairs when I'm bored. I'll just put it on, have a look at his videos past.
There you go, networking. That's good.
It is. Now you have got some fantastic merch as well for this event you're doing. Yep. You've got that. I love that one. I absolutely love it. And I've been looking for the link for that as well.
Oh, God. I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah, you've got a cracking couple of photos of yourself wearing these different T-shirts. Are they all your design?
Yes. Some of them are parodies of other designers. I mean, I wanted to mainly the thing that I wanted to mainly do was sort of get the quotes out there. So for example, you've got the Venkman t-shirt that's just in the Ghostbusters font that says call it call it luck, call it fate, call it karma.
Yeah.
I believe everything happens for a reason. And I sort of chose that quote as well because it's like this day is happening for a reason. We're all brought here together on that charity day for a reason, to do some good. But then I just thought it's also a Venkman quote. So, and then after that, I just thought, well, I want to do more than one design to give people choice, because the more choice, the more likely you are to sell the products. To raise money again for a great cause. So I did a bit of a search and everything, and there were some images that were, there you go. See, I think that's one of my better sides. See, and I'm wearing my cap, you see, to cover up my grey roots from all the grey hairs that I'm getting.
What are you talking about? You look fantastic. What are you talking about?
Anywho, so some of them, I think the Stay Puft there was a design that I grabbed online, and most of the other designs, they're like parodies. So even though it's somebody else's image, and I'm sure people won't mind me using,
everyone does it.
Everyone does it. It's like you see on Temu and Shine and all that sort of thing. They've all got like things like that, and Ghostbusters, and they use, have they got copyright? Probably not. And at the end of the day, they're doing it to pocket the cash. I'm not. I'm doing this for a great cause. So there is a couple of the artists that did the artwork. I think McClonkley did this design of the real. Is it the real Ghostbusters cartoon? I think it is. He did that, but like just as a poster, just a square canvas of this whole print. Whereas I've taken the silhouettes and then I filled it with his, so it's a parody of his. So it's not actually taking his design as it was. It's kind of like changing it up a little bit for our own design. So I mean, I just thought I just want to get a few more. If I get a few designs out of it, there's more choice and more people are likely to buy. So we did that, and then I did the. So I've got a friend of mine down the print shop down the road, and we came up with some ideas and threw some things around with what he's got in stock, and like the colours. Like this is an apple green, but to me it looks like a Slimer green. And we sort of was pulling up things that the colours even would like suit the theme of what he's got. And like our drinking bottles for the red and white Ecto ones, we've got the red and white, and then for the other drinking bottle design, we've got an apple green top, because again it was like slime around the top of the drinking bottle. So we put a lot of thought into it, and then on the back of the t-shirts, you probably can't see, but it actually says on the back of the t-shirts, it's got the Great Ormond Street logo. And it says Ghostbusters at Redford House, 29th of June, 2024, in aid of, and then it's got the Gosh logo. So they're all personalised with that.
I'm just looking for the link because I want to post the link, but I can't find the link for this t-shirt.
The Sum Up link, because it's a Sum Up shop. Because
is it on your Facebook page?
Yeah, I think so. You've got me thinking now.
Yeah, I can find the page for it for the event, which I'll just add there. That's the page for the event.
So if you go into the posts, discussion, and you go into there, it should come up. Well, it's a bit slow, isn't it, your computer?
It is, it's
right.
Warm.
Okay. So that was one I put up today. That's one of the guys who's come to the store.
Right. Okay. Here we
go.
Right.
There it is.
Is this it?
Here we go. Yeah, that's it.
Right. Here we are. Here we're. Right. So I'll post this into the chat as well.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Copy into the chat for everyone to have a look at. Paste. There you go. If anyone wants to have a look, it is now in the chat in everything. So click on that post on that link, and you'll be taken to this screen where we can have a look at the merchandise. Right, I love merchandise. I love merchandise.
I think a lot of people do actually. I'm a bit overwhelmed with the response. It was kind of like, I'm just going to do it and see how it goes. But I've had a few orders already, and there will be some of that merchandise to buy on the day, but not much, because I don't want to print off reams and reams of like one design or another design, and people prefer another design, and then you're sort of left with all this dead stock. I don't want that. I want to raise as much money as possible. So, see, someone said about this t-shirt and about the precarious placing of Venkman and Slimer on a woman's chest.
I love it. What are you talking about? I love it.
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
How's that one then? I'll put it on the
it looks better on my husband. Yeah, there you go.
You say on your I like that one myself. I love that one, but
I love the colour. I love the Sahara colour as well of that. See, I've got the apple green slime one.
Yeah.
It's Slimer, isn't it?
Yes,
and then I like the Sahara colour to match kind of like the flight suit colour as well.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was just finding colours that sort of go with the theme of what the design is really. So
the one that I want is the one you're wearing now. That's the one I want.
The silhouette one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on there. Yeah. If you explore products, you click on there. Yeah, it's there.
Oh yeah.
So it's the silhouette. That's the kids one, and then that's the adults one.
Yeah, that's the one I want. What? But it only goes up to XXL. I'm a 3XL person. I am.
I can get a 3XL, as I was told today by my guy who prints. It'll be £2 more because obviously I have to cover the basic cost price of the garment, and then the profit goes to Gosh. All the profit goes to Gosh.
Okay.
So so you need to add a £2 on that, so it'd be 22.
Okay, and I want one of these mugs as well.
and okay.
Yeah.
Just message me. I'll sort it out.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, that's what I want to get. My white, because I said I'll buy her a t-shirt, and I was going to give her the Mother Puss bucket, but she went no. She went no, not that one. So then I said, "Wrap about this one." You're looking at me. Just look at me. She was like, I like the design, but no. I was like, what do you want? And she goes, I like the trap. The 2 in the box.
Yeah. The 2 in the box has been the tote bags have been really, really popular. But yeah, the 2 in that bag, I've sold a few of them, which is really, really good. Yeah.
They are fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, the green looks better.
You think so?
Yes.
I've sold more of the natural colour, but to me, the green looks better. Yeah, I don't know. It's natural. Took this organic colour.
Yeah.
And there's the mug as well. So
I do like that. Do you know what? I do like that. I do like that. I'm torn now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You're torn, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, you have to make up your mind. Let me know.
Yeah.
I have to send you some sort of rescue package of all of these things, sort of like a bundle.
Yeah, because I need to take a mug to work, but because we're in an office and everyone's got their own bags, and I'm like, mugs, and I'm like, you know, and I've got loads of mugs, but I want the mug. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone go, oh, that's Jamie's mug, and so I'm thinking that you can't park that here. I might get that one actually for work because I drive a Canter with Milwaukee over it, and I have to park it in the yard, and the yard master often comes out and goes, you can't park that there. So I might have to have that for him. Yeah, no. He can buy bloody own. I'll send him the link. He can buy it himself. Yeah. No, so I might go for that one, but if I'm gonna get I'd like that one on a mug as well, to tell the truth. I'll be flipping between them. As soon as I get paid at the end of the month, I'll be like, which one?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I thought, should I keep the shop up? Because if people are seeing the goods on the day, because there's going to be a few of us wearing the t-shirts, obviously. You know, if we've got our flight suits undone, or you can do the old flight, take off the shoulders and just tie the flight suit sleeves around your waist if it gets really hot. So we're going to have a few designs on show on the day, and if people see it, they go, oh my God, that's what it looks like in the flesh. Yeah, brilliant. I'll go and order one, like when we get home. So I'm thinking of keeping the shop going for about a month or so, like after the event. Just to keep that money coming in for Gosh, you know.
Yeah, we'll put it out into the chat. Do you think she should keep the shop open? I know it's going to go 100%. Yes, absolutely. Yes, get that money. We want to get that. Want to get as much money raised for Great Ormond Street because it's such a good cause. I can't think of anything better than for the Great Ormond Street. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
Keep it open. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. Yeah, I might do.
And
Yeah.
and this, you've got so many. It's better merch
I
than
could
mine.
I could have kept going with it. Like
Yeah.
there's so many isn't there so many great quotes from Ghostbusters that you could
Oh
just go,
yeah.
okay, I can do a good design with this,
Yeah.
and go with a theme, you know. And there was, but then I just thought I'm running out of time. I've got other things to do, like sort out the risk assessment for this place and like sort out the paperwork that I've got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop designing and having fun now, Fern. You've done enough.
Yeah. 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 You have done a
It's
lot.
tempting though.
I know what you're saying. But you've also got a guest coming, haven't you? As
We
well.
have. Well, we've got a couple of guests really. So we've got obviously the Southend-on-Sea boys who were in Frozen Empire as the extras, particularly in the scene at the end where they're all outside the firehouse. And we've also got the lovely Trevor Atkinson who's coming, which some people may not know who that is. It's just Trevor Atkinson, but he's actually Bill Murray's body double in
Yes, he
Frozen
is.
Empire.
Yeah.
So he worked quite closely with Bill, and he's got some tales to tell. I can tell you that much about
Oh
Bill.
man, that's good. Is
He's
he?
a very nice bloke.
Has he got his own little postcards to do any signing?
Yeah, he's got his little photographs that he's printed out that he's going to sign. There will be obviously a fee for that donation. I think 75% of the fee is going to Gosh. So he's coming along and doing what he can, and if people want anything else signing, I mean, I'm going to have some of the poster that you showed earlier. I've got some spare ones left of them, and I'm going to let people pick them up on the day, and if they want to get signatures from people as they go round, during the day off people, off all the Ghostbusters, it's just a nice little thing for people to have, and they can frame it when they get home, and it's got all the signatures of us who took part on it, and hopefully including Trevor on there as well. But he will be charging a little fee. Bless him though, he's never done anything like this before. He's all new to it. Even though obviously he was filming this like over a year ago. And he knew that probably would come with it the recognition in time. So it's all coming out now so there was a body double for the Janine, for Ray, for Winston as well.
They always have their body doubles.
Yeah. It got, and I think even the guy who played the Fire Master, oh god, I've forgotten his name now, but you know who I mean. He had a body double as well, because the scene where they're throwing pens at him in Venkman's office, they had a lot of that's it. That's Camilla. Yeah. They had a lot of
Ninjara. Yeah.
That's it. They had a lot of fun, him and Bill Murray, throwing rubber pens, because they made it rubber, because obviously the real ones would hurt, all day, going through the scene, throwing rubber pens at his body double. Kamala's body double.
Imagine if you could get one of those stunt pens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually years ago, I actually bidded for a stunt coin, a Tron stunt coin. It was from a TV series on Disney called Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time, and they did an episode that it was themed to Tron, and there was a coin that they flipped at someone, and it went boing, and it was a rubber coin, and I got it. I've got it. Got it somewhere.
Probably in your attic that you've got to sort out.
God. It's a nightmare. I've just put in a new
oh god.
So it is a nightmare. We had a bit of a rodent problem, which I finally got rid of them, but they did cause an awful lot of damage. But I was just looking at your page, and I just wanted to play this. Hopefully you can hear it. Let's have a look.
I can't hear it, but I know what this is.
Right. Okay. I thought, let me see if I'm on Windows, because there's always a problem when you do it from Windows, you don't get
Yeah.
no sound. But if you do it from from Chrome, you do get it. Yep. Hold on. I'm gonna fix that. Hold on. Right. Simple. This. There we go. Copper. Here we go. This will work. Paste. Here we go. I'll just minimize that one. There we go. Right. Here we go. Share screen. So it's in Chrome tab. Yep, that one. Here we go. Right. Swip down to it. Oh, there's you there. Yay.
That's me getting cut off.
Right. So let's start this from the beginning. Tell me if you hear it.
Ghostbuster fans out there, a lot of things have happened in the last 40 years. But I want you to know there's a very important thing happening soon. On June 29th, there's a fundraiser for the Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital. I want all of you guys to go. That's the job for you guys. If not, you know, you're all pencil necks. Be there and put a smile on a child's face.
How good is that?
Good old Joe.
Yeah,
I love
that
it.
is
I love
fantastic.
him.
Yeah, yeah,
He is such a again, that's someone I randomly reached out to.
yeah.
Not expecting a reply. And literally within 2 hours he'd replied to me. Not even that, I don't think.
Oh man, that's magic.
And I said, would you mind doing a quick message? This is what I'm doing. This is a long shot, but I'm asking you. If you say no, that's fine, but it's worth an ask. And literally said, I'm going to do something for you, like a little video message. And I thought he was just going to sit there in his normal clothes and do it. Oh yeah, that's Bill. So you spot the difference.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I was like, what?
When you see a picture of Trevor as well, he looks nothing like that. I think that wig he said as well, that Sony Pictures makeup department, he said it was like $4,000 for that wig or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah. To make it like, you know, literally cloned to Bill Murray's hair. Like a carbon copy of his hair.
Amazing.
Yeah. And he hasn't got the flight suit from the film because Sony had that back afterwards for whatever reason. But he's got his own flight suit now. He's going to get suited up and do things now with other groups and all over, like the charity work and stuff. So he's got a suit now with of course, Venkman written on it.
Oh, he's got
not
to,
Atkinson.
It's
got to be Venkman, yeah. And he's even got like the orange sort of little overshirt that he wears in the first film. Venkman wears in the first film. Yeah, that's him. See, he took a lot of these slyly on the set because he yeah, there he is. That's him. Yeah, lovely guy. Yeah, that's him. I know. Yeah, before and after.
That one looks proper. Like, is anyone looking? Quick snap.
Yeah, that's what he's literally doing because he had obviously signed an NAD, and he couldn't sort of show anybody what he was doing, and he knew he'd have to wait a year, so he was all looking around like this and doing selfies in the mirror just to prove that it was him. Yeah, so he is a lovely guy as well. He's now video called me about 3 times, and he's always sending me stuff going, this is my suit, I'm all ready for like the 29th, and this is my pack. He's gone and bought a pack now as well. I think he's got a HasLab, and he got it for a bargain as well. I was so jealous. I think he got it for something like 500 quid or something. It just needed a bit of, I know, a HasLab pack. I think it's even got a Spengler wand, because I said, well, the wand alone there, mate, is like worth 160 to 180 quid. Yes, yeah. I'm like, geez. He even got the stand with it and everything, and I'm like, 500 quid. I said, you're lucky there, mate.
I don't know who sold him that for that price, because
I don't know.
Double that.
If you're watching now, you know it's worth double that. I didn't want to say anything, but but yeah. So he's a lovely guy.
Just some messages. Eve says Bradley said he's lovely too. And he also says, hey, it's Bill Murray. Yeah. And Gemma She's put this real nice message. We're incredibly grateful to Fern putting this event on to involving, was that Owen? Owen?
Owen.
Owen? Yeah, as
Yeah.
a gosh kid. We know how vital fundraising is. Yeah, I'm going to give you a star for that one, Trevor, because I like that one a lot. Yeah. Yeah, like we say, it is fantastic that you're raising this kind of money for Great Ormond Street. And like I say, please donate. Please donate. For
Please,
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on one of them telethon things that used to be on. Please give what you can.
Should do, yeah. Should do, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Gemma there, Owen is featuring heavily in our day. He's got a suit. People have probably seen him on the GB community pages. He's got a suit. He's got a pack. He's got all the gubbins. He's a nice little Ghostbusters cadet. That one.
I've got
And
a
he's
picture of him on your page. Is it okay to put it on?
Yeah.
Sure,
Gemma has said, yeah. Use it
okay.
for any publicity that we can. And he's
Right.
actually a gosh patient now, as we speak. He goes there for regular checkups.
There we go. So
there
he
is. Yeah, that's Owen. So yeah, there he is. Outside the research centre.
It's rare diseases.
Yeah, so he's got Noonan, something called Noonan syndrome, which is he has various sort of it affects him in various ways, and he's been under them for all his life basically, and he's now I think he's 14, 13. Gemma, I'm sure you'll correct me on that, but I think he's like 14 years old now. Maybe 13, and he's been going all his life, and he probably he's probably going to continue to go there until he becomes an adult, and then wherever he goes after that for his regular checkups. But they owe so much, and he, when he went for his last checkup, I think a couple of months ago, he went there and told the doctors all about what we're doing and what he's doing and getting involved in, and they absolutely love the idea. 15, thanks Gemma.
Thank you.
Just add 2 years to the 13 that I said.
I always rely on the chat to point out stuff to me.
To correct me. Yeah.
100%.
Sorry. Yeah. But we've got him coming. We've got and Owen is also going to be opening the event. He's going to be cutting the ribbon for us.
Yeah.
He's really excited about, and he's got a few little words to say that I know he's going to be ready to say when he cuts the ribbon. He'll be there with Trevor, but Owen will be effectively cutting the ribbon to open the event. So yeah, I mean we've got a few kids coming down as well to just come along for the day who are massive Ghostbuster fans, and they're also under GOSH as well. And there's another children's hospital in London as well that got a couple of patients coming. And I just have to say on that point is that, see, I'm not going to get emotional now. I thought I wasn't maternal, but I think all that time I haven't got kids or anything, and I think that's now changing. That I've sort of heard about these stories and meeting these kids, that are just inspirational to me. It's the moment that I've sort of started this and wanted to do this event, and the word got out there. I've had mums or parents like messaging me and saying, oh, can my child come down and for the day and see what you do, and we'll be able to get in and everything else. And they're mad. I had one, I'm not going to say the name, I'm going to protect the name, but basically I had one mum contact me, and she said, I have a 6-year-old son. He's mad on just ghosts. Anything to do with ghosts, he's like mad on it. He goes around like woods and graveyards and doing ghost hunting and all that. It reminds me of me when I was that age, because I was always into the paranormal, like in big way. I used to read ghost books instead of like reading my textbooks for my homework and stuff like that, and she just said, like, last September he got diagnosed with a terminal neurological disorder. He'd been having symptoms for 3 years, and then last September we got the diagnosis that it's terminal. He's 6 years old. He's on borrowed time. We don't know how long he's got, but it's on his bucket list to meet, a Ghostbuster, basically. so is there any way you can make this happen? And I was like, yes, of course. Like, I, you know, as you sort of said, he's really into ghosts, and in a way that's a comfort to them, because it shows that he hasn't got a fear of dying, basically, because he might become something, a ghost, which to him in his eyes is really cool, you know. And it really, you know, I was weeping when I was reading that, and I just
You're
thought,
making me well.
I know, especially if you've got kids of your own, and I haven't. So you know, it's sort of, it doesn't make him afraid of death or anything like that, you know. And but apparently you know, I think it's kind of like, it's the way she was talking to me, like he's accepted it, but the family are still, it's still quite fresh, the news, you know. And he's got an autistic brother who's particularly finding it hard to take the news in and everything else. So him and his brother are coming down a day anyway, and we're going to let them have a little look around and get them. They're already in our training academy that we're having for our little rookies throughout the day. All the slots are filled now as well, but you know, they're going to come round and they're going to be little VIPs, I think, for the
Have
day.
you got some rookie certificates?
We have. James Riches, thanks very much for doing that. I'm just going to say prompt. Yes, we have, and James Riches has done them. We've also got so we've got the certificates. So when they've completed their the training's around about a 20-minute slot, maybe 25 minutes. It's eight cadets in per slot, because obviously I'm being a health and safety Karen again, but we've had to like keep the sort of people down in the hall with a health and safety number that we can, the capacity is limited basically. So we're having 8 cadets per slot. Yes, some of them will be accompanied by a guardian or a parent, because some of them are autistic and that sort of thing, and they need to be within eyesight of their parents. So it's about 20-25 minutes. So they're going to be doing like the lab training at Zeddemore Industries. They're going to be doing the training with a proton pack and learning how to use it, and a trap, and then how to load it in the containment unit and how that all works. And we have got the Ecto 1 there. We're not actually having people sitting in the Ecto 1, because if we did that, because it's parked in the drill hall, if we had that, then you're going to get another queue forming by the Ecto 1, and you're going to be filling the capacity more and more. And we want to keep the queue moving as much as we possibly can outside to come through the event. And we don't want to be sort of snarling it up with other queues. So by all means, people come down, come and see the Ecto 1. You can touch it, you can have pictures with it. But the only people that will be sitting in the Ecto 1 are the cadets. So we're keeping it limited because they've paid that little bit of extra money to Gosh to do that. And some of them are children that are under either Gosh or another children's hospital, and you know, that's who we've sort of got in doing that. So we've got the certificates, and then also we've got a little badge that I designed it, so it's the No Ghost logo. It's the No Ghost Moogly, but across the stripe that's going through the Moogly, I've got the word Ramsgate in like slimed letters on it, and it's just to show that they've done their cadet training at the Ghostbusters HQ based in Ramsgate.
Oh, that's awesome. That is
so
awesome.
They get a little badge at the end as well, just to show that they've passed their training.
Cool. We've got a couple of more messages. Let's just go through these because I want to try and get everyone in. This is talking about the little lad. He's been embraced by the Ghostbusters community, and he has had the best 6 months with so many experiences riding an Ecto 1 and cast and crew screening of Frozen Empire. I was at that cast and crew screening as well. I've probably seen it. I've probably seen
You probably did.
Yeah, I've probably seen him. Eve is, I generally wish I could be there legit. I looked it up to get there, but it's 5 hours, 15 minutes away from me. And you know what? The strange thing is I looked today and it is 5 hours and 15 minutes. So is he living with me?
Yeah, he's in your cellar. It weren't rodents, it was him.
It's the same thing. Same thing. And I'll tell you what, because I was sitting here when he posted that, I was thinking hold on. I wonder if we could go horse on petrol. Would that be? Yeah. But
there you go.
I've got to think that one up for. I've got to think it up. Depends if my missus will let. We're going to be doing like 10 hours worth of driving.
Yeah.
Just get down there for an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I must admit though, Sunday, I had a message from a woman, and she said, "We're driving all the way to Cornwall for this event." From
Yeah.
Cornwall, sorry.
Cornwall. Oh
They're
my
driving
God.
from Cornwall to come to this event. That's what, 6 hours from us,
Yeah.
from
God
me.
damn. It doesn't.
Because
Yeah.
she's got 2
Yeah.
girls that are Ghostbusters mad. You know what I mean? I'm just like, okay.
Oh God. You know, it's been so long since I went to Margate, because Margate's just up from you, isn't it?
Yeah, Margate's
Yeah.
about 4 miles. Yeah.
Yeah.
from
And I,
here.
I went there as a child, and do you know, for the life of me, I can't remember it being that long. But there again, back then I lived in the Midlands, so it wasn't too bad. Wasn't too
Yeah.
bad by then. Also we have got another one by Eve. He says, where is it? About the prototype. It says here, Bradley knew what it was worth, but he just wanted it gone. He's just a good. Brad is building a real Ghostbusters Ecto one, as in actual one, an actual real one he can take to conventions, do wedding drives in. Wow, I wonder if it's going to
Fair
be like
enough.
slanted. You know, what I mean, the real Ghostbusters was like slanted roof.
Yeah.
Also, Gemma's also put in, our kids are awesome and they surprise us every day, which that's good news. That's good news. Well, Eve's put no way as well. I've already flashed that one. He was about driving. Nice.
All right. Okay.
Gemma's put he was all in his kit. We got him to meet McKenna, Gil, Finn. Oh, and I'm getting getting the train Friday to get there.
Yeah, they're staying overnight. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I'm going to say, because they were outside, McKenna, Grace, Gil, and Finn came outside to sign autographs, and I was just going in. I was like, "Damn, missed it!"
You missed
and then
it.
some of the people out were allowed to go in as well, and so I'm glad he got to meet them and also got in.
Yeah.
And that's so lovely. Oh, he's put, that's amazing. He's also put, I always love hearing about more girls into Ghostbusters. My daughter has got some of her friends into GB. A number of the girls really dig in Egon. Yeah, they seem to do, don't they? They
I
always
think
do.
I think it's his epididymis. What is it? It's they're interested in.
Yeah,
They were more interested in my epididymis. Oh God, I should know that. I used to be a vet nurse. I should know these things, but you know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. So, you know, it sounds like you're going to have a fantastic day. And I was just looking at it because now I'm on the proper page and the discussions. I can see some of the raffle stuff you've got coming up as well. And you've had so many people donate some real nice stuff.
I know.
Yeah,
thank you so much to all of you who have donated prizes. It means so much. I think you know that already, but otherwise you wouldn't have done it. But thank you. It means a lot, you know. And if you've got really great raffle prizes, obviously more people are going to buy tickets.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Go on.
No, you.
Rachel Warwick did that. Some people might know who Rachel is. She's an illustrator, first of all, and she's also an actress in her right. These are some cells from the real Ghostbusters. Ooh. So that they come with it. They're just like little drawings that they came up with ideas for the characters and the monsters in Real Kent Ghostbusters when they were creating the episodes. These are all from the 80s, them little cells. Yeah. That piece of artwork has been done by her. It's a one-off edition for the event. She does it. Yeah, she's related to somebody very famous in the Ghostbusters franchise. That's all I'm going to say. And a lot of people know who that is. But she says, you know, I don't try and shout about it too much. In her own right, she's a great illustrator, as you can see.
Oh God, I love it. I'm going to buy one of your raffle tickets so I can try and win it.
Yeah,
look great behind me. Seems my TV bust, and I've not bothered to get a new one yet. But they look great behind there. That's why it's not on. It blew up, and I've just not had a chance. Yeah, that is fantastic. That is great artwork.
Yeah,
I love it.
Very, very good. She's very talented. And it's great that they're only bits of paper with the cells on, but to think this is the first doodle that somebody did for the real Ghostbusters, like for the cartoon. This is the first doodle they did come up with an idea for an episode. It's a piece of history, you know, and to some people it's just a bit of paper with some drawings on, but it might mean a lot to someone, you know. So this is one of the other prizes. Dan Tyler, thank you.
That looks ace.
Yeah.
I want to win that. I want to win
Yeah.
that.
That's up there. So this one, he's actually donated another one of these to the raffle, but this actual one here is going to be hanging outside of the venue on the day,
Oh,
as well
that'd be
as
brilliant.
our black and white 9-foot long banner with the Ghostbusters writing on it.
Ah, right.
And
Okay.
the Venkman saying, "You don't think it's too subtle, do you, Marty?" You know, that one.
No, I don't think. Yeah, it's good. A friend of mine actually was making them. Adrian Finney, he was making them. So I'm wondering if you got it off him.
No, it's Dan Tyler. Dan
Yeah.
Tyler, and he's got Dan Tyler's 3D gifts or something. Dan
Yeah.
Tyler's 3D gift on Facebook, and he's got an Etsy shop as well, and he does like all things Ghostbusters. I think it's mainly Ghostbuster stuff. And he's, you know, 3D printing is 3D printing. Anyone can probably do it with a bit of training, but the stuff that he comes up with in his own mind and then he prints it to do with the Ghostbuster franchise is very innovative. So it's worth having a look at his, and he'll be having a stall there on the day as well.
Oh, right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I did see some other prizes. My fingers constantly scrolling. Hold on a second. Just get into it. That's that. Oh, there's a great video of you just there. I don't know what you're saying. Let's have a look. You did hear that, did you?
No.
Oh, did you? All right.
Didn't hear anything. Why is it embarrassing? Have I embarrassed myself again?
No. It's I've got because I'm on Windows for when I'm usually on Facebook, and it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't come across too well. So it's like there you are. But it won't play no sound.
I look like I'm having a go at somebody, don't I? I look like someone else for TikTok videos making a complaint about something. That was actually a live video that we did at that car show a couple of weeks ago when people were coming up to me and sort of saying, "Oh, do you know about this event that's happening?" And I was giving out flyers, and I'm like, "Yeah." So that's what that was. And we got cut off because the signal was really poor. So that was me and my mate James, who's also helping me quite a bit with the day. He's a local guy, but yeah, he's on there with me. But we got cut off, which is really frustrating because I was showing everybody the Ecto One, sort of like this is a taster of what's to come, sort of thing.
Yeah, that is ace. That's about it, really.
Yeah, I think that's it, really.
Yeah, and it's just coming up to we've been going for about an hour and 15 minutes. We've had a lot of people in the chat. We have let's have a look. My mic, I've got my bad glasses on. So I always love hearing about Ghost.
Oh no, we've read that one.
No, we've read that one. They've read that one. He's also put that's so damn cool.
What's it about? The 3D sign, maybe? I don't know.
It could be the 3D sign or the artwork. Thing. I've got a funny feeling it's the artwork because he says straight after these sales should get you a lot of raffle tickets sold. And he's put
well,
yeah.
Well, if he wants me to get him a raffle ticket, just say, you know.
Yeah, I was just going to say, is there a link for the raffle tickets?
Do you know what? I couldn't do it online because don't worry, I've done my research and I need an actual gambling license, I think, to do it online raffles. But really? raffles on the day at an event are fine because it's classed as a lottery and you can actually do it. But it's a bit of a precarious situation when you go into online raffles. And it was a bit like a lot of red tape. I mean, I know a lot of people like on the community do them, and I don't question if they've got whatever license or whatever. I don't, as long as it's raising money for something, I don't know. Yes, Gemma, I've just seen that. His stuff is amazing, I know. I have to say that all the stalls that come on the day, they're all amazing in their own right. You know, if you go back and look on the event page and see that I've done a feature on the stalls, that are coming and they design some stuff that are one-offs. That's Dan's 3D gifts. There you go. So I like the little keychains. Look there, Garaka's orb there. He does some wicked stuff.
Glow in the dark
Yeah.
mini puff. Yeah.
And all of these are quite reasonably priced, really. You know, they're one-offs.
Do you
Yeah.
know, I think there was one of them at the Frozen Empire screening. And I'm pretty sure it was him that I was holding it, but it was all painted up and it looked brilliant, to be fair. I was quite impressed with it because I got a 3D printer here, but I can't print that well. I mean,
No,
that's
apparently, because South Essex have just got cool. South Essex have just got one of their Pukies printed up, but they didn't print it because it would have taken 3 days to print him.
Yeah.
I think he's like 30 centimeters tall. I think that's the little banner that he's going to have on his stall, so you can't miss him. There's his banner. Look out for his banner on the day on his stall.
Yeah,
and he's a lovely guy. He's actually a fireman as well, which is really weird because we're having this all in a firehouse.
that's
How ironic.
That's pretty cool, those. Yeah, and of course, if you need your replacement hoses, one is for the normal flight suit, and one is for the Zedamore flight suit, if I remember rightly. For Zedamore flight suit, it's actually for the Z Industries, isn't it?
Industries. He's actually bringing one of those for me on the day because I might be debuting my GB2 flight suit that day if it's ready in time.
That's pretty cool. Just coming up here, Gemma says Southend Sea guys had the cast and crew screaming, as did Chris Rocket. Yeah, it must have been them. Because I was speaking to an awful lot of people, and I am shocking with names, as you probably found out.
I thought I was bad.
I think it's just a sign of getting old. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it is just a sign of getting old. Yeah. So that's been absolutely great. So anyway, so I'm gonna post right now into the chat your page. Let's have a go. This page is the best one, wouldn't you say?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm regularly putting things up on there.
This one, right? So,
and there's a lot of info on there, about queuing on the day and bringing certain things on the day. If your kids are autistic or sensitive to noise or flashing lights, there won't be that too much of that going on. But you've got to think of all these things ahead. There's a lot of things to think about ahead. Well, what if? So, or how we're going to do that. A lot of questions people want to know the answers to. So I'm doing regular updates on that page. So that's the one to go to, really.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, I've just put the link in the chat. So that'll be on the Facebook page, YouTube, and on X. So they're all seeing it there instantly. So please head over to that. Head over to the page. Is there a donation page? Is there like a link for the donations? Because haven't you got like it's not like a GoFundMe or?
It's a Just Giving page.
Yeah.
So yeah, on the event page, it's probably one of the first posts that I did, to be honest, because that was my priority, and it goes straight to Great Ormond Street. It doesn't go through me.
Oh, that'd be right at the bottom then, wouldn't it? The first
it
post.
will be probably right at the bottom, one of the first posts. Yeah. I did do it. If not, I will repost it again. These are probably for people who can't attend the event, who just want to donate, because we're all working our backsides off to get this to be a great day. And if you think we're working, there you go.
Just giving.
Yeah, there's a QR code that goes with it as well, which we're going to have displayed all around the venue on the day at all different points for you to just tap your QR code and donate as and when. Like if people want to sit you can sit in a DeLorean and have a picture. It's like if you want to tap the code or chuck a pound into the bucket, it all helps,
Yeah, it does. Now you have got you've got a target of £1,000. You've got 33 supporters. You've got 43%. Let's see. I've put the link for this into the chat as well. Please, if you're in the chat, please take that link and spread it on your socials, on your media, stick it everywhere. And please, let's see if we can raise that target up. I'm going to grab this link. I'm going to post this podcast on my LinkedIn page. where there's an awful lot of big bosses are on that. So I'm going to see if I can pump some money your way as well from that. Because like
Thank
I say,
you.
it's a fantastic event that you're putting on, and especially for Great Ormond Street Hospital. Oof, I love them to bits. Yeah, it's brilliant. Cool.
Okay, thank
Right
you
then.
so much.
So, right, I shall do my little bit, but stay there. Right. So, thank you for joining us on Ghostheads UK podcast, your ultimate destination for all things Ghostbusters in the heart of Yorkshire. We hope you've had a spectacular time exploring the paranormal with us. Connect with us across social media to stay in the loop. Search for us at Ghostheads UK on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe and turn on notifications to catch all our thrilling episodes, even if they are quite a bit along between each other, and excited updates. And now look out for our channel. Oh yeah, that's what I've just wrote on that. And now look out for our new channel of Repossessed on TikTok and Instagram. I've got a doozy of a Repossessed for TikTok. It took me ages. It's really, really long, and I've just not had time to edit the audio for it. Oh, it's madness. If there was you being sort of similar to my age back, I don't know if you can remember it. Back in the 80s, there was a horror comic called Scream. Can you remember it?
Vaguely,
Right?
yes.
Yeah, well, I absolutely adored that comic. It was like my mum, if she realized what such a horror comic that was, she would never have bought me. But I loved it. And it had this thing about this the 13th floor and this special computer that did some very bad things to certain bad people. So I've created a Repossessed video about that, and of course it is all linked in to the Ghostbusters sort of history. You know, have you seen any of my Repossessed videos by any chance? You can say no.
No, but I think I'm curious now. It sounds
if you
strange.
go onto Instagram or to TikTok, they're on there. And basically, do you know the when based it on when Ray is doing that program about repossessed items? Yeah, it's basically that. So I've created that website that they're talking about with all the haunted items, basically.
Brilliant.
So that's what I've done. I've got like a doozy. I must get back to it because I really enjoyed it. I'll have to take some time off on my job to do it because I really did enjoy them. Yeah, so I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
And also, have you got something to share about Ghostbusters? Which, like Fern has, she shared it with us. We'd love to hear from you. Drop us an email at ghostheadsuk@gmail.com. Let's engage on some captivating conversations and delve deeper into the realms of proton packs and streams. Also, have you got any ghost stories? We'd love to hear ghost stories. I would love to have more people who are involved in the paranormal, as in ghost hunters. I love.
I've done quite a bit of that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done quite.
I've
got equipment and stuff as well, like SLS cameras and stuff like that I use.
I'll tell you what, then that's the day. Fern, we'll have you back on. Yeah.
Yeah, one thing at a time, though, AJ.
Yeah. And let's get this thing over. Yeah. And we'll have you back on, and we'll definitely talk ghosts. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's go through some haunting spirits, ghost stories. Yeah, I love them. So. Got something to share about Ghostbusters? We'd love to hear from you. Drop us an email. I've done that bit. Show off your love for the Ghostheads UK podcast. We have official merchandise available at TeePublic. Get your hands on a t-shirt, hoodie, and complete your collection of stickers, mugs, keyrings, mouse mats. You'll be the envy of every Ghostbusters enthusiast. Actually, you won't be, because Ferners took that crown straight off me. Her merch is way better than mine. I'm wearing somebody else's merch. I'm wearing There it is. I'm wearing a big shout out to the Jersey Ghostbusters. There you go.
Wow.
They sent me a t-shirt, and I always promised to wear it. And I was thinking, where's my ghost? I'll wear that one. Yeah. So yeah.
I never heard of them.
Jersey Ghostbusters. They've been on the show. Yeah.
It's on the Sorry, guys. I'll start following you now.
Yeah, it's on the back as well.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. They're good lads. I like them. They do a lot Jersey's being a little island. I mean, they do a lot of stuff over there. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
I like that.
Remember, iTunes remains the best platform to download our show. Take a moment to leave us a ghoulish, good 5-star review. Your support fuels our passion and helps us reach more fans hungry for the paranormal investigations and spiritual adventures. If you're watching us on YouTube, please give us a like button and hit subscribe, and to receive no. Do you know what? This is just far too long. If you like us, hit the subscribe and hit the notifications, and we'll get in contact with you. Yeah. So don't forget to follow me at Jamie_R_Burns on social media on all the platforms and for all our latest updates. And you can reach Fern. Where can we reach you, Fern?
I am on Facebook under Fren Sherrat Wells, double-barreled name. I'm also on Instagram. I think I'm Surf Babe 500 on there. but I'm also, if you want to see any of my photography work, I'm also under Fern's Photography 500. There's no apostrophe between the N and the S.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. I'm definitely going to have a look at that myself.
There's some good cosplay shoots in there as well.
Is that? Oh, I love watching it. I must admit, I do like going on YouTube. And you know, when they have these American conventions, there's somebody that does a lot of videos with all the people in costumes, you know, where they spin around and they do all the motions. Me and my missus, we just sit there watching that going, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's awful. That's pretty good. Most of them are just like studio quality costumes, and I'm thinking, and there's me. I've just made something out of cardboard. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong there, isn't there?
Yeah, no, but you can't compare yourself to that. Your heart's in it. It's just like that's all that matters.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, in fact, because I've got me proton pack there. You could just see it. This there.
Yeah.
But on the wall up there, I've got my real Ghostbusters one. Funny enough, I only just posted that. Somebody asked me for it, and I was like, oh yeah. Let's see.
Is that the Kenner one?
Yeah. The real Ghostbusters. No. It's let me just see if it's on here. Right, I'm gonna put that up to the camera. Can you see? There we are.
Oh yeah.
That's me. It's pretty big.
That's
I went
cool.
to Scotland and I wore it with my lads. With my team, and I think we got noticed quite a lot because it was so different.
Yeah.
And the guy that made that, his foam work is like, whoa, it's just brilliant. Ian, big shout out to Ian the Rhino. He makes that just fantastic.
Brilliant. I love it.
I have to say, Fern, thank you for coming on. I know it was quite short notice, but like I say, I've been pretty damn busy, but I'm so glad you've come on now. And like I say, well, let's share out this link and try and raise some more money for you. And I will put this in the post at work. I'll try not to pay. I'll get it on free post. It's next day delivery.
Brilliant.
For you. So these are what I've got here for you. These will be for raffle. I think I've got a photo on my phone which I can send you. I got these are movie posters from Frozen Empire, and these are fresh from the prints. I've only opened them once to have a look at them, and I put them back in. These are big posters, so that is something straight from Sony themselves.
I have to admit, I think I've got one of them as well, because I got sent some from Sony Pictures, and they're the massive with the, is it the sewer dragon and the guys walking with the car? Yeah, I've got one of them framed in my front. It is massive, and I just got a frame off Amazon, and it looks brilliant in my front room.
I have to say, there is one I'm keeping myself, and that's only because it's the logo on a black background, and because I'm a sucker for logos, and when Ghostbusters 2 was initially released, they put it into. Remember when you used to get posters in bus stops? They had the big Ghostbusters 2 logo doing the old 2, and it says coming soon underneath it. And I remember going, oh, that's mine. Yeah, that's mine. And I remember dead at night sneaking out of my bedroom. I've got my best mate. Who was staying over the night. We sneaked downstairs. I have to say, we did cause a crime here. We opened it and I took it down and I rolled it up and brought it, and I just kept it.
that's one of the police's unsolved mysteries, and you've just solved
Who
it
nicked
for
the
him now.
Ghostbusters poster? It was me. Never mind. And I'm
Yeah.
happy about it.
We're reopening the case from 1989. We know who it is.
Yeah.
Oh
In that
my
case, then
God.
it's my mate. Yeah.
Yeah, blame him. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know what? Because we've been chatting, so I got the Frozen Empire steelbook as well.
Yeah.
And I wanted to chat to you about that because we had a right good discussion about the film last time.
Mm.
And so we discussed about the film, and now the videos turned up, and I'm again trying to find time to see the deleted scenes, because there's got to be loads of deleted scenes with Bill Murray in,
Yeah.
because he was sort of cut down, wasn't he, from the main film?
Mm.
But saying
Yeah.
that, look, see that steelbook of Afterlife still in the packet. Not
Oh
opened.
my God.
I got them, so I got the two steelbooks.
No.
They look beautiful on my shelf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I haven't got the steelbook yet. I am considering getting it. I am.
would.
I think there's a sale on it on Amazon at the moment of it. I
Is that?
think.
Well, I got
Maybe.
that. I ordered that with the moment they said there was a steelbook of becoming available, and I made sure that, because I didn't want to lose out, because I got Afterlife, I wanted this one, and I went down to the local CEX, and they've got Ghostbusters 2 steelbook, but they want 55 quid for it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know.
That doesn't surprise me, to be honest. It's
I know.
it's a collector's item now, isn't it? You know.
It is a collector's items. So anyway, I want everybody in the community to stay curious, stay spooky, and keep busting. That's the main thing. And like I say again, Fern, thanks for coming on. It's been fantastic talking to you. I hope everything goes swell on Saturday. I hope it's sunny, hot, and you make loads of money. You know what I mean, for the charity.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay. No worries. So you take care, and everyone be good, and we'll see you next time for Ghostheads UK podcast. See you later. Bye.